I honestly don't know how to even begin this confession. Every time I think about it, guilt eats me alive. I did something I never thought I'd do in my entire life. Something that has turned me into a prisoner of my own secret. I'm a 42-year-old married woman. My husband works as an engineer in one of the mining companies. He's a good man, but his job keeps him away from home for months. Most times, I'm left alone with the kids, managing the house, keeping things in order, and trying to stay strong. But loneliness, it does something to you. It changes the way you think, the way you feel, and the way you see yourself. It all began one Friday evening. My son's best friend, Mike, came over looking for him. He said they had planned to spend the weekend together, but my son had gone to visit his cousins. I guess they didn't communicate well. Mike had stayed with us before, so it wasn't strange when I told him he could spend the night and leave when my son returned. He was like family. At least, that's what I told myself. But this time, something felt different. He had changed, taller, more muscular, and with this confidence I hadn't noticed before. I didn't think too much of it until later that night when it started raining heavily. We were both watching a movie in the living room. The weather was cold, and I offered him a glass of wine, not realizing it contained alcohol. I remember laughing at something he said, and then I remember silence. That long, awkward silence that says everything words can't. And then it happened. I wish I could say I stopped him. I wish I could say I pushed him away. But I didn't. It was like my body and mind were in two different places. When I woke up the next morning, reality hit me like a storm. I had just betrayed my husband, and worse, my own son. Mike apologized. He said he was sorry and that it was a mistake. We promised each other it would never happen again. But as days went by, the guilt didn't stop us. It happened again. And again. 5 more times. Each time, I told myself it was the last. But it wasn't. Until one evening, I received a WhatsApp message from an unknown number. When I opened it, my whole world stopped. It was a video, a recording of the two of us together. My heart dropped. My hands started shaking. I don't even remember how and when he took those recordings with my notice. It was Mike. He said if I didn't send him a large sum of money within 2 months, he'd send the video to my husband and my son. He even threatened to tell them that I forced him into it. I felt my chest tighten. I couldn't breathe. I couldn't eat. I couldn't sleep. I tried calling him to talk, to beg, to reason, but he said it was too late. He said all he needed was the money. How could he do such a thing to me? Was it because he thought my husband was rich? Every time I think about it, I feel disgusted with myself. I feel used. I feel ashamed. I can't even look at my son without my heart sinking. I've been trapped in this nightmare for weeks now, living every day in fear that the video will surface. I don't know who to turn to. I can't tell my husband. I can't tell my friends. I've thought of confessing and ending it all, but I'm scared. I feel like I've destroyed everything, my dignity, my family, and my peace. If there's any woman out there listening to this right now, please don't ever allow loneliness or weakness to push you into something that can destroy your life. Temptation can look harmless at first, until it becomes your greatest regret. I don't know what to do anymore. Should I confess to my husband and face the consequences? Or should I find a way to pay him off and keep this buried forever? Please, I really need advice.